Going to our second to the last game of this 6-game slate. We now shift our focus on the 16 and under action, still in the North Division of Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL, coming to you live from the University of Perpetual Health here in Las Piñas City. We continue our live coverage. And as we said, this is the 5th game of our 6-game slate. It's in the 16 and under division. Rizal switch fiber still going up against Quezon City 808 Junior Titans. Good afternoon. Eman Cabilas here. Kyle Sanchez there. And our courtside reporter Nicole Lim will be everywhere sa courtside.
Rizal versus Quezon City again, pero this time 16 and under naman. So I want to see if magiging similar yung result natin from the previous game, or if Quezon City is going to be able to get some revenge, I guess, for their kuyas.
That's right. So let's talk about the last game of Rizal Switch Fiber under 16.
Well, for Quezon City, they won their opening ball game against the Marikina Junior Shoe Masters. No, for Rizal naman, they lost that game against San Juan. So unlike the previous game where both teams came from a loss, ito naman Quezon City has come from a win. And it'll be interesting to see if yung panalo nila and yung momentum na nadala nila from their previous game is if they're gonna bring that momentum here sa kanilang second game. For Rizal naman, I want them to be able to show that they can bounce back and prove that they can be a force here sa ating 16 and under division.
In the last game of Rizal Switch Fiber versus makabagong San Juan, it was actually, well, they started that fourth quarter. They only trailed by 5, and they were able to cut the lead down to 2 with a little over 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Pero nung nag-time out si San Juan coach Brit Reroma, biglang may na-flip na switch dun sa laro na yun. And San Juan just went off to an 8-0 run, never looked back in the last 2 minutes. Tapos bigla na lang 17 points ang lamang ng San Juan in that game versus Rizal. Meantime, we now turn you over sa ating venue announcer para masimula na itong ating 5th game of the day.
Good afternoon, basketball fans of Junior MPBL. Welcome to University of Perpetual Health, Las Piñas City. The action continues for the Season 2 of Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL, ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino, 16 under. It's time for your Rizal Switch Fiber versus Quezon City 828 Junior Giants. Let's meet the starters first from your Rizal Switch Fiber. Guard number 11, Sean Arada. Shooting guard number 19, Jermaine Sapo. Forward number 16, Lawrence Piñas. Power forward number 12, Angelo Marca Bintok. Center number 4, Ian Josh Alfred Asay. The head coach of Rizal Switch Fiber 16 under is Coach Jun Cuevas, Assistant Coach John Necesito, Team Manager Ariel Balahaja. And now, time to meet the starters of your Quezon City 828 Junior Giants 16 under. Shooting guard number 71, Kanji Moral. Guard number 17, Liam Magabagal. Forward number 1, Jacob Hizon. Power forward number 0, Eugene Peña. Man in the middle, number 16, Patrick Pasinos. The head coach of Quezon City 828 Junior Giants 16 under is Coach Kiko Adriano. Assistant Coach J.R. Carlos and Drake.
And here we go. First 5 for both teams. Quezon City, it's Kenji Moral, Liam Macapagal, Jacob Hizon, Eugene Peña, and Patrick Pasinos. Meanwhile, for Rizal,
we have Arada, Sean Arada, Jermaine Sapo, Lawrence Piñas, Angelo Marca Bantak, and Ian Josh Alfred Asay.
that's right. And yeah, key players itong Rizal filled it in. Well, of course, starters sila, Lawrence Piñas and Ian Asay. Pero Quezon City ang unang nakakuha ng bola. However, that point-blank shot was missed.
Sayang yan.
Oo.
They could have gotten first blood there, but medyo alanganin yung tira that time.
I think, yeah, he was surprised that he was so open underneath. No? Hindi niya nahanap yung board.
Oo, minsan magugulat ka din pag sobrang libre ka. Hindi
Right.
mo na-expect. And that's so, minsan yung ibang players, they prefer na contested pa yung mga tira nila.
Jacob Hizon with a missed jumper there.
And as you mentioned, si Jacob is the nephew of Vince Hizon.
Well, I wasn't sure kung si Jacob yung nephew or yung son, and Paul yung son or yung nephew. Yeah.
We'll have to get confirmation
Right.
regarding
Hindi pa rin natin natanong.
his lineage.
And speaking of basketball personalities, we have in the building Pinoy Sakuragi himself, Mr. Mark Pingris and family, supporting, of course, his son Mick Pingris, who is suited up for Quezon City. Meanwhile, si referee naman, hindi sinalo yung pasa sa kanya.
Oo nga, open na open
Right.
pa naman siya doon.
And I guess that's a downside to the color of the uniforms nitong Quezon City 808 Junior Giants partner, no?
Kanina pa nga natin pinag-uusapan
Right.
kung anong kulay ba talaga yung uniforms nila. Kasi majority of their jersey, kita mo, it's green. Pero
Green,
yung
pero
shade of green kasi.
There's a bit of gray and a bit of black na pag sa peripheral, if you rely on your peripheral vision to pass the ball, mapapagkamala mong kakampi ang referee. Katulad nung nangyari kanina. Oh, what a pass! Speaking of peripheral vision, yon, walang ka-vision. Because it was a no-look pass by Moral completed by Peñal.
Yung mga referee natin, kailangan magpalit ng uniform nata para
Yung referee ang pinagpalit.
kailangan sila mag-adjust.
I have to correct myself that the last bucket of Quezon City was converted by Peña. There you go. Eugene Peña. And here come the Junior Giants again, a bit out of control.
Patrick Pasinos.
Right, Patrick Pasinos called.
Couldn't control the leader. He already had two teammates ahead of him. So if he had kept his head up, sana nakita niya, no?
Yun lang.
Nabigyan sana niya ng outlet pass yung teammate niya for an easy layup.
And that is part of the fundamental, children. Once you get the ball, keep your head up, always. Ito na ang Rizal switch fiber. A jump pass. And there's a jump shot from the baseline. Nothing there. Offensive rebound by number 19, Jermaine Sapo.
Just looking at the players on the floor right now, I can notice that Quezon City seems to be the bigger team. So I'd like to see them take advantage of their height, no? Especially in the rebounding department. Itong sila Pasinos seems to be one of the more athletic and lankier players itong Quezon City. So he has a definite mismatch. If he has a slower player in front of him, he can put that ball on the floor.
Good idea there by Moral to do the drive and draw classic. But Pasinos, yeah, the ball was deflected going to Pasinos' hands. And now switch fiber is running. And yeah, lucky break there for Jermaine Sapo. That foul was called on his layup.
Oh, that's already the first foul nito ni Patrick Pasinos, no? So when you have a shot blocker in front of you, what you need to do is attack hard and try to target his body, no? Because if you try to avoid him, he can use his length to try and block that shot, no? And that time, itong si Sapo was able to get the better of itong si Pasinos.
Again, the good drive and draw, and Peña converts.
Peña has a good soft touch around the basket.
Second time Peña was the recipient and the finisher of those type of plays. And a little over 4 minutes have gone by here in the first quarter. Our score is 6-2. Quezon City looking to avenge their kuyas, as my partner mentioned earlier. And again, the drive and draw. Peña binuhat ang daigdig and scores that bucket.
Lakas ng katawan nito ni Peña, ni Eugene Peña, and you're underneath the basket even though there was a defender already on top of him, pero still parang pinagpaglang niya eh.
I mean, a borderline foul could have been called there, no?
Yes.
Meanwhile, the baseline drive, nothing for Rizal.
But kung kanina naman, it was an 8-0 lead for Rizal in the previous game, no? Yung 18 and under natin. Ngayon naman, it's Quezon City who has an early advantage.
And I think that was Peña's first miss underneath, no? Oh! That denial was solid by Pasinos.
And that's what I was talking about earlier, no? When you try to avoid a shot blocker, no, especially one who's as athletic as Pasinos, chances are maabot niya yung bola. What you have to do is try to get into his body talaga and try to fish for a foul, because once you get into his body, you knock him off of position and he's not going to be able to try and block that shot. Pero good timing there for Pasinos.
And of course, yung sinasabi ng partner ko is easier said than done.
Easier said than done is right, no? You can, in theory, ang daling daling i-explain, pero pag handong ka na, iba na.
Huli ka pa rin.
Huli pa rin.
Oh, strong drive right there. That's 16 versus 16. Yung number nila, Lawrence Piñas, however, missing that shot.
And yung in that previous possession, no, yung presence, just the mere presence nito ni Patrick Pasinos might have caused that miss. Kasi they were aware na in the previous possession, he was able to block that shot. So, syempre, try mong iilag yung angulo ng bola, nag-iba.
At ayaw mong maulit yung yung rejection na nangyari the previous play, dahil pag nare-reject ka, baka kailanganin mo pa ng therapy.
Oo, masakit naman talaga ma-reject. Minsan, isang taon bago maka-recover.
Parang iba na yung pinag-uusapan mo, partner.
Iba na pala.
So, isang taon.
Oo, isang taon. Grabe yun.
Meanwhile, missed free throw there by KG Moral. And the possession goes back to Rizal Switch Fibers.
Still up by 7 is QC, no? And
right.
two points pa lang ang score nitong Rizal with 3 minutes left in the first quarter.
And the ball goes to me. Another turnover there by Rizal Switch Fibers, as that wayward pass could not be caught by Kabantak.
Good hands there, no? Yung spidey senses mo gumana that time. That could have spelled disaster for your iPad.
Buti na lang hindi iPad yan.
For your tablet pala. For your tablet.
The corner 3 by Lopez rims out. And, Pasinos.
You can really see yung length niya. Talagang he didn't have inside position to get that offensive rebound. Pero talagang he just reached over the top of his defender without having to go over the back. And yun, mare-reward siya with 2
There was
free throws.
actually 2 opponents in front of him, and one is wide-bodied as Magat, but the length of Pasinos in effect in that last play.
And for lengthy players like itong sila Patrick Pasinos, what you would have to do is try to push them out even further away from the basket. You just have to box out and try to push them away, kasi nga yung length nila. He was already behind Magat, pero he was still able to reach over him to get that ball. And kaya pinasok na itong si I think that's Aiden Ortega.
Orendine.
Oh, sorry, that's Joshua Timbol.
Joshua Timbol.
Pinasok na to try and match itong si Patrick Pasinos.
And Patrick Pasinos, siguro one way, Kyle, no, para matanggal siya sa position. Subukan mo tapakan yung Kobe 6 niya na maganda.
Oo, no? Pag dinumihan mo yan, talagang mapapatingin siya sa
kaya
baba.
Kaya technical, hahaba nga naman yung laro.
Parang kanina, yung 1 minute natin, naging 30 minutes.
Yeah, let's not talk about that yet. Palipasin muna natin. No? Hindi pa tayo nakaka-get over. Meanwhile, Quezon City, Messina, corner 3, short. And a foul on Lopez, I believe.
Both players jockeying for position, but that time tong si Lopez was caught holding on dito kay Guans.
So right now, we have a timeout called, and this timeout is brought to you by Nature Spring, the official hydration partner of Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL. Magbabalik po kami in a few.
Nakausap ko nga si Lawrence Pilas as he's the top scorer of the Rizal Switch Fiber during their last game. Sinabi niya na more practice pa ang ginagawa nila dahil hindi pa sila nakakabuo ng solid chemistry. Since Rizal Switch Fiber is a school-based varsity team from Arellano University, may ilan daw sa kanila na bagong players kaya more on adjustment pa sila on their training. They also wanted to bounce back para makabawi kay Coach June since makakatapat na naman nila ang 282 kung saan tumalo sa kanila last season. Kaya they take it as a motivation and this time full effort daw sila. Ayun lamang and back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Nicole Lim. As I've said kanina, partner, Nicole Lim will be everywhere in this court. Basta may balita tungkol sa game na andun. Si Nicole Lim.
Nicole Lim is our eyes and ears dito sa mga laro natin here in the Junior MPBL. And as she mentioned nga, gustong bumawi itong Rizal sa QC kasi sila yung tumalo sa kanila last season. And as we see there, itong si Joshua Tembol just keeping that ball high.
That's right. And yung sinasabi mo kanina, partner, about the Pinoy step, may pagkakataon na dapat ginagawa, may pagkakataon na hindi. Before that play, Mesinas, nag-Pinoy step, hindi pumasok yung shot kasi hindi naman kailangan.
Oo.
Right. I mean, because of that delay in the Pinoy step through, naabutan tuloy siya ng defender.
Oo, yung mga slow step, nauuso yan ngayon eh. Pag may naghahabol na defender behind you, you just have to go strong to the basket kasi there's no reason to slow down kasi you're just allowing the defender to catch up.
If you're ahead, diba? Bilisan mo na lalo. Hindi naman siguro si LeBron James yung mag-chase down block sa'yo.
Oo, so you just have to go strong to the basket. Yung mga slow step na yan, it's good for evading defenders but not on the fast break. Lalo na pag ikaw yung nauuna.
Right. Naabutan tuloy si Mesinas kanina. Meanwhile, the score is 12-2, 10-point lead for Quezon City Junior Giants.
And I think Nicole mentioned earlier as well that that Rizal is mainly comprised of players from Arellano University, so they're a school-based team.
So the Chiefs, partner.
Yes. Alam naman natin, Arellano, may history na rin yan sa mga ating local collegiate leagues.
Meanwhile, a technical free throw was awarded to Rizal and converted by Sean Arada. So that is just the third point of Rizal Fiber switch as our first quarter of play is about to win. And look at that no-jump shot by Kenji Moral.
That caught me off guard. I wasn't sure. Nagulat ako na tinira niya yun kasi he was just keeping the ball high pero bigla niya tinira.
Diba?
But yun, pumasok naman.
Ayun, tumalon.
Ayun, tumalon na.
hindi na bumaba.
Matry ko nga minsan yung no jump shot.
No jump shot, di ba? I mean, I think Kenji Moral for a while there thought he was Kai Soto, no? Pero buti walang umabot, no?
Pag ako gumawa nun, makakakahit yung point guard ng kabilang team, mapalpal ako.
Ako pati yung water boy, huli ko to. And Gonzalez finds himself open underneath. And really the Rizal Fiber switch should regroup here, partner. With 30 seconds remaining, another turnover. Oh, from right to left, wala. But, wow, Messina getting it from midair, di na rin binaba. Straight to the hole.
Turnovers and the offensive rebounds have been killing Rizal in this first quarter. And they've been giving up a lot of points. And when QC does miss, they've been getting the offensive rebounds naman.
As we take a look at it again, here's the miss and the putback by Messina.
Sinigurado na ni Messina na makakascore sila on that trip. So it's a 20-3 advantage. Still not cracking double digits itong Rizal here in the first quarter. Only making 3 points in an entire 10-minute quarter. So
that's right.
They have to make an adjustment in their offense come the second quarter or it's going to be a long day for them.
Corner three is up. Too strong. Offensive rebound. No. There were two white shirts going up for the ball.
Sure
they missed it.
Here.
That's right. Oh, that almost went in. And what a game Kenji Moral has been playing so far. As the first buzzer, as the buzzer sounds for the first quarter, we take a look at again. Yeah, Kenji Moral doing everything for QC. I want to see the no jump shot play, pero yeah, hindi na na-replay yun. So at the end of the first, the score is 20-3. Quezon City 828 Junior Giants looking good here versus Rizal Switch Fiber. And before we return to the action, we'd like to acknowledge and thank our sponsors once again. Unang-una na dito ang Pound for Pound Fitness. Thank you very much. And then the right Bola ng Pinoy, the official ball of Junior MPBL. Of course, Pound Active. Sila yung gumagawa, nagbibigay ng aming mga very patriotic uniforms and jerseys here sa Junior MPBL. And again, thank you to Wing Bowl, Nature Spring, Jinky Skin, Chris Jacob Collection, and of course Don Benitos, provider of premium Filipino delicacies to our player of the game. So this is the game in the 16 and under division. Quezon City 828 Junior Giants going up against Rizal Switch Fiber. Eman Cabiles still alongside Kyle Sanchez. And Kyle, what happened in the first quarter? Why is the score like this, 20-3?
Rizal just had too many turnovers in the first quarter. Quezon City's defense really gave them problems in crossing the half court and trying to execute their half court offense. And ang daming turnovers na nakuha ng QC, and they were able to convert those fast break points.
And so far, partner, well, Rizal now has 5 points. 3 of those points coming from the free throw line and from Mr. Arada. Young gentleman right there, number 11, Sean Arada. Basically, highest scorer ng Rizal. There he is again, Sean Arada.
Trying to take matters into his own hands. No? He's seen enough. Medyo lumalaki na kasi yung kalamangan itong Quezon City. And
meanwhile, new faces here for Quezon City. Foul was called against the white shirts of Rizal. Ethan Tanchi, recipient of that foul.
It's obvious that Rizal has made a few adjustments on their defense. No, medyo mas umigpit yung depensa nila. And of course, as I say that, nakascore itong Quezon City.
And that was Mick Pingres, the junior Pinoy Sakuragi, making his dad proud, who is in the building right now.
Showing shades.
Right.
Ni Pinoy Sakuragi, just finishing over the defense there. Bright future ahead for this young man.
Oh, meanwhile, showing heft and height, Joshua
Timbol. Joshua Timbol skying over everybody there. He has the height and the length to be able to be an effective big man in this league.
I mean, you look at this young gentleman right here, Joshua Timbol, you forget that this is the 16 and under division, partner.
Grabe, no? Pag nakasalubong mo yan, talagang hindi mo mapapagkamalang 16 years old.
Right. And I guess, Rizal Switch Fiber is finally getting their footing, partner. 4 quick points from Rizal. Oh, another point there for Quezon City, courtesy of 30 Gonzalez.
I credit that basket to Anton Lopez. No, good decision to drop it off to 30 at the last second. No?
And also good job by 30 Gonzalez not getting intimidated. There were 2 defenders on him at si Timbol pa na pagkalaki-laki ang sumabay sa kanya.
Yes, no. When pinasa na sa kanya ni Lopez yung bola, so he had no other option there but to take that shot. And good for him that he made it over Joshua Timbol.
Lopez driving, nothing there. And the Switch Fibers are running once again. Oh, almost a steal by Ethan.
Joshua Timbol was asking for the ball there. And, when your big man is running the floor, you
Right.
have to give it to him.
You have to feed the big guy.
Kasi grabe yung mga effort ng mga big man to run the floor, beating all the other guards off the dribble. Pero ayan, upo muna si Joshua Timbol.
And with the opening of the second quarter being a sort of a run and gun type of game, no? Yeah, Joshua Timbol is catching his breath dun sa bench nila. And what a block right there by Ian Asay.
A little indecision there on the part nito ni Mav Messina. No? He wasn't sure if he wanted to drop it off to his teammate or take that layup, and that indecision led to a block and the basket para sa Rizal.
Speaking of Ian, Josh, Alfred Asay, in their last game, he had a great statistical game, to say the least, with 11 points, 8 rebounds, top rebounder for his squad, and he was perfect from the free throw line, along with 2 blocks. Dito meron na siyang isang block. So, Sean Narada for 3. Oh, he connects.
Sean Arada trying to will his team back in this quarter. No? 8 points na lang ang kalamangan ng Quezon City.
Hanging, yeah.
Ethan Tanchi a little bit out of control
Right.
on that layup.
Hanging in the air, Binale, no? But well defended right there by Rizal. Battle for the loose ball. Somebody dove, and Ethan. Oh, one step too many was Pasinos.
Medyo na-excite si Patrick Pasinos
Right.
there. No? He could have taken just one dribble.
I was about to say that was a perfect outlet pass from Ethan Tanchi to the running big Pasinos.
Just one dribble could have made a difference there. No? Nakascore sana si Patrick. But,
At malamang may kasama pang foul yun. Mas maliit yung sumabay sa kanya.
oo, hindi mo na maaabot yun. Ang haba ng arms. Ito ni Pasinos.
Meanwhile, here is Sapo pulling up and way short on that jumper. Moral now controlling it for QC. Here's Mick going left, dropping it to Pasinos. Pasinos! Oh, meet me upstairs, says Patrick Pasinos as he scores on that beautiful strong drive.
Patrick Pasinos is just a matchup nightmare for Rizal. No, he can score inside and out. When he's on the inside, yung length niya, it's very difficult for the opposing big men itong Rizal to try and contest his shot. On the perimeter naman, when you close out too strong on him, he's gonna take 1 or 2 dribbles, and yun, pag lumayap siya, at the same thing, it's gonna be hard for the opposing big man to try and block or contest his shot.
And that was special, the way he put the ball on the floor coming from beyond the three-point arc and just drive hard to the middle.
And maganda doon, very decisive siya. No?
Yes.
As soon as he took that dribble, alam mo na ititira niya yung bola.
Meanwhile, at the free throw line, Piñas, the top scorer for Rizal in their last game, finally getting his buckets, his numbers, and the lead is down to 8, partner.
Yes, 8 points na nga lang. You are correct. 8 points na lang ang kalamangan. But Patrick Pasinos has something to say about it.
Patrick Pasinos just dominating inside. Once again, receiving the ball from beyond the arc and driving hard. Hindi pumasok yung first, pero offensive rebound in the putback. 3 is up, no. And they're running again, talking about the QC again. Ethan Tanchi with that strong drive, and this time he'll be called for the offensive foul as he just jumped straight into the chest of Kanyaroa.
That's the second time that Ethan Tanchi has been a little bit out of control on the break. No, you want to see a little bit more fluidity with the way he drives to the basket. Medyo talagang he wants to barrel into his defender. Yeah? Of course, our referees had no choice but to call that offensive foul.
Ludo 4-3, no. Rebound by Kenji. Here he is. Oh, nowhere to go there. Lost the ball in mid-flight, no?
Patrick Pasinos doing things on both ends of the floor, not just on offense, but on defense. He's really been intimidating anyone who's been driving the paint para sa Rizal.
Oh, Atienza's back in the game, but he missed that baseline J. And now here's Piñas. The reverse goes in for Peter Magat. Good interior passing there by Rizal.
That's been working for Rizal so far in ball movement nila. No? They need to do a lot more of that if they want to get this lead back from QC.
Oh, the no look, but there was a hesitation there. However, three is up and in for Roa. And that just prompts the Coach Francis Adriano to call a timeout for Quezon City as the score. Yeah, the lead is down to 5 for Quezon City, 30-25. Magbabalik po ang Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL Season 2.
Kung ang Rizal Switch Fiber ay gustong bumawi, dito naman sa Quezon City Junior Giants ay patuloy pa rin sa kanilang game plan as they are leading on the first half of the game. Coach Kiko said that they must continue the intensity and aggressiveness of the players. Dagdag pa ni Coach Kiko na hindi sila pwede pakampante and they must continue their defense and offense play. He is also looking forward to Kenji Moral as this is one of the player last season. Dagdag niya pa rito na he is expecting more steals at makachempo ng laro on court. This game is also brought to you by Pound for Pound, Move of the Game. Back to you guys.
Maraming salamat, Nicole Lim. And partner, what once stood as a 17-point lead by Quezon City at the start of the second quarter is now down to 5. Switch Fiber of Rizal back in this one with less than 2 minutes remaining at the half.
And as mentioned dun sa report ni Nicole, yung gustong i-address ni Coach Adriano is ayaw nilang maging kampante.
Right.
And from the looks of it, just judging by the score, mukhang nakampante sila for a bit there in the second quarter, kaya nakahabol itong Rizal, especially on the fast break. Talagang hinahayaan lang nila. Not everyone has been going back on defense.
Yes.
And Rizal has had 4-on-2, 3-on-1 fast breaks in the previous possessions, kaya they've been able to take advantage. Napako na nga ang QC actually. Itong Rizal have been scoring consecutively.
The score at the start of the second quarter was 20-3. In the second quarter, Rizal has already converted 18 points. Tama ba? And
yes,
only
that's right.
10 points for QC.
Well, it is a game of runs after all, no? And QC made their run early in the game, and now it's Rizal's turn to make their run. So for Quezon City, they have to be able to weather this storm, and if they want to be able to maintain their lead.
That early lead by Rizal was by Quezon City was actually done through their defensive pressure, no, at the start of the game.
Yes, they had a lot of turnovers. I mean, they caused a lot of turnovers from Rizal in the first quarter, especially. That's why they got a 20-3 lead early in the first, and they held Rizal to 3 points only in that first quarter. Now Rizal has already scored 22 here, while Quezon City has only scored 10 so far.
So as you said, matagal nang napako itong Quezon City sa 30, and finally that score moved courtesy of that free throw by Kenji Moral.
Dapat siguro ibalik ni sino ba yung naka-standing no jump shot kanina? Ni Kenji Moral.
Yeah, si Kenji Moral. Actually, hindi naman siya inalis eh.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. He's
Itong
been
sila
there the whole time.
Itong si Peña scored 3 consecutive baskets in the first quarter. So it would be nice for if he picks back up yung rhythm niya on offense.
And that's right, Peña, in his return in the second quarter, missed a baseline jump shot earlier. Pero at the start of the game, no, siya halos ang gumawa with those soft touches from the inside. Another timeout is called by Coach Francis. Magbabalik po ang Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL Season 2. And we're back. Baseline inbound here for Quezon City. Kenji Moral receiving it at the left corner. The fake back to Kenji. Cross-court yung passes itong dalawan to between Kenji and Messina. No?
Oh, silang dalawa lang ang nagpasahan in that trip.
And that was a good play orchestrated by Urich Rufino. Meanwhile, ahead of everybody, Patrick Pasinos. Yun yung sinasabi natin. Pasinos, kung sino man yung defender niya sa fast break will definitely be not the center, no? So, advantage sa kagad siya. However, strong drive again.
Well, I think a foul was called towards the end of, as the buzzer was called, as the buzzer sounded.
So, yeah, 2 free throws for Piñas. And, well, that's a good mindset by Lawrence Piñas. To drive strong and try to get the foul at least, and that he did.
That's right, and good awareness also of the clock. No, got that shot off just in time, and even though he was thwarted by the defense, yun nga natawagan sila ng foul.
Two for two for Lawrence Piñas. So at the end of 2 quarters of play, Rizal switch fiber has crawled back into this one and cut the lead down to only 4 points. Halftime score is 33-29. Magbabalik po ang Junior MPBL Season 2 for the 3rd quarter. Let's get it over. And we now take a look at the halftime highlights. Starting off the game, that.
Yun,
there it is. That no jump shot by Kenji Moral after getting the offensive rebound. Meanwhile, still controlling the middle for Quezon City. Patrick Pasino and then Rizal just storming their way back in this game in the second quarter after being down by 17 at the end of the first.
That run by Rizal was made by itong sila Sean Arada, no, who is the leading scorer right now para sa Rizal. He had a few fast break attempts in the second quarter, and that's why they slowly chipped away at the lead nitong Quezon City. For Quezon City naman, like as we can see here sa ating graphics, itong si Kenji Moral has been leading the way together with Patrick Pasinos for Quezon City.
Meanwhile, we now go to our fan of the game, and there she is, getting her free Chris Jacobs perfume, no? Because as she is the Chris Jacobs Collection fan of the game. Congratulations to you, Miss. Meanwhile, we'll take a short break and we will return for the third quarter of play dito sa 16 and under division ng Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL Season 2. We now return here, streaming to you live, still from the University of Perpetual Health in Las Piñas City, as we take a look at our gorgeous crowd here that has gathered to watch the games live dito sa Junior MPBL Season 2, supporting their teams. Itong young gentlemen from Quezon City and Rizal.
Parehas, medyo malayo-layo yung mga dinayo ng mga teams natin, no? Quezon City and Rizal, especially Rizal, going all the way here sa Las Piñas for this matchup.
Yes, this is basically the North Division of our tournament. Kaya nagtapat ang Quezon City at Rizal switch fibers. So the score is 33-29. Just a 4-point lead by Quezon City A2A Junior Giants. As we've said earlier, kanina 17 points yan at the start of the second quarter. Pero Rizal switch fibers not giving up, and basically ang nag-start ng kanilang run was Sean Arada, the smallest guy on the floor for Rizal kanina.
Yes, in the second quarter, he had some fast breaks, and the Rizal switch fibers flipped the switch dun sa Quezon City with a 26-13 second quarter to cut the lead down to 4.
Meanwhile, first possession of the second half to Quezon City, but they immediately turned the ball over. Now here's Rawa. He had a couple of buckets earlier, including a 3, but not that time. He's on now. Jacob Hizon has been quiet so far. He was the second leading scorer in their last game with 10 points, along with 4 rebounds and 4 assists. In their decisive win against the Marikina Junior Shoemasters last week lang yun.
What a luxury for Quezon City to have a player like itong si Patrick Pasinos, no? Kenji Moral just threw that ball up, and Patrick skied over everyone to get it.
Pag point guard ka, ang sarap na merong kang...
Yan yung mga masarap pasahan.
Yes, merong tatanggap ng mga lobs mo.
May mga players kasi kailangan very on target yung mga pasa mo. Pero for players like sila Patrick Pasinos, kahit saan, hagis mo lang yung bola, makukuha niya yan. Siya na bahala.
Right. And talking about the decisive win of the Quezon City A2A Junior Giants versus Marikina Shoemasters last week at the CCF Center in Pasig, no? 75-46 yung score na yun. It was a 29-point margin at the final buzzer. No? At yun nga, Jacob Hizon, second scorer here. Pero Liam Macapagal, no? I don't know if he's here now. He top scored for his team with 12 points, 6 of 6 in field goals.
I have yet to see si Liam Macapagal hit the floor here today for Quezon City. I think we'll have to check and then probably get a report on what the status is for QC here today. Pero even with his absence, kita mo naman a lot of other players are stepping up para sa Quezon City. What a luxury for them to have such a deep bench.
And there he is again, number 0, Peña, underneath getting that beautiful feed from Kenji.
Kapag si Peña nakatanggap ng bola down in the paint, pwedeng ilista mo na He's taking that contact, finishing over his defender.
That's right, and that end one play is brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness. There he is again. Oh, almost a 4-point. That time rejected. Hindi na pinayagan. Pero Kenji still gets the ball, the offensive rebound, and the score. Wow, poor boxing out by Rizal Switch Fibers.
Well, being down by 5, they can't afford to just give up these offensive rebounds. Quezon City, sila yung naghahabol, so they have to put more effort, especially sa rebounding department, because that's going to give them more possessions to be able to catch up sa kalamangan ng Quezon City.
What's worse was those offensive rebounds came out of a free throw attempt nitong ni Peña. At siyempre, pag sa free throws ng kalaban mo, mas lamang ka to get that rebound. All you have to do is box out properly.
Yes, siyempre, pag nag-free throw ka, your teammates have inside position to get a rebound, but just a bad job boxing out there.
That's right. Meanwhile, we now turn you over to our courtside reporter as Nicole Lim has some insights.
As we are on the second half of the game at patuloy ang depensa ng Quezon City Junior Giants sa panatiliin ang kanilang lamang, habang sa Rizal Switch Fiber naman ay tuloy-tuloy ang kanilang paghahabol. More defense at ibaba ang bola. Yan ang paulit-ulit na sinasabi ni Coach June sa kanyang players. Kailangan daw din nilang ayusin ang kanilang laro because this is their chance para makabawi sa 8-8. Let's see kung sino ang magwawagi para sa muling paghaharap ng Quezon City Junior Giants at ng Rizal Switch Fiber. Back to you guys.
And that's right. No, defense is the key. It's gonna be the key if Rizal wants to get this lead back from Quezon City, and also yung isa pang binanggit ni Coach, taking care of the ball, because they have had a lot of turnovers here. Quezon City has capitalized every time Rizal has committed a turnover, so that's something that they have to address as well. Ganda na sana nung finish.
So yes, sorry, missed by Jacob. He's on from switching in mid-air right to left. However, that ball rolls out. Meanwhile, strong drive right there. Naharangan ako ni Timbol. So, it was Lawrence Piñas. Nung tumayo sa harapan natin si Timbol, wala na tayong ibang nakita. Kundi
pag dumaan talagang parang aparato.
Right. As we mentioned, Lawrence now back at the line for Rizal Switch Fibers, hitting that first free throw and cutting the lead to 7 points right now. Speaking of their defensive pressure, as you mentioned earlier, of course it is key. Pero a good example of that was their last game na kung saan against the Marikina Junior Shoemasters, Quezon City had 8 players who had 2 to 4 steals. Isipin mo, 8 players mo, merong 2 to 4 steals.
Grabe. That's just a testament to the defense that they've been showing, and for the opposing team, man. If your opponent plays a lot of defense like that, you just have to take care of the ball.
And not only that, partner, in their last game, 5 players had 2 to 5 assists. So that's how well they moved the ball against the Marikina Shoemasters in their last game.
That's a lot of unselfishness there. You like to see that. No, you don't want to see a lot of isolation, one-on-one play, especially at this level. You want to teach discipline to these young boys. And of course, that speaks also of the chemistry that their team has.
And in the last play, the Mountain bumped the tree and the tree won. Pasinos just rejecting that bully ball attempt by Magat, no?
Ganda ng analogy mo, the mountain bumping the tree.
Sabay yung puno ang nanalo.
Oo, no, dun mo lang makikita na yung puno yung mananalo against the mountain.
And there he is again, Patrick Pasinos, though short on the 3-point try.
No, still up comfortably with up by 7. Itong Quezon City, they just have to keep doing what they're doing, boxing out and being pesky on defense.
Sapo now for Rizal switch, finding his teammate there. Piñas losing the ball to the baseline, and good job by Alvarez denying that baseline, which is really a fundamental defensive move.
Nahihirapan itong Rizal to penetrate yung 2-3 zone ng Quezon City.
Oh, Pasiños nowhere to go there. Good defense that time by Timbol. Meanwhile, Sapo picks it up but knocked away by Lopez.
A good idea there by Rufino to try and save that ball under the basket. No, you try to save it under your own basket. If ever na may teammate ka dun, he would just go up for the basket. Pero that time, nasundot yung bola and ball stays with Rizal.
Rufino looking for a teammate. Piñas didn't have any room, and Moral all alone for the layup. The defensive pressure again in effect by 828 Junior Giants of Quezon City, causing that turnover, no?
That's right. Rizal has to take care of the ball, as you mentioned nga ni Coach kanina during their last timeout. Yun yung isa sa mga gusto niyang i-address, yung mga turnovers nila. They just have to take better care of the ball kasi every time nakaka-turnover sila, yung QC taking advantage.
Beautiful move by Kenji Moral, looking right to pass and just finishing with the left. Pero prior to that, partner, as we take a look at it again, Kenji Moral faking the look and then just laying it up and in with his left hand. Pero before that play, partner, no, yung rebound battle, again, the 3-1 against 2 mountains that time. Patrick Pasinos getting that rebound and getting it ahead to Kenji Moral. Samantala, may timeout po ulit tayo, brought to you by Nature Spring, and magbabalik ang Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL Season 2. We are back streaming to you live still from the University of Perpetual, held here in Las Piñas City. Eman Cabiles alongside Kyle Sanchez. 3 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in the third quarter of play. This is the 16 and under division of Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL. Quezon City 828 Junior Giants up 45-34 versus the Rizal Switch Fiber, but not anymore, as Sean once again hits his second 3, if I'm not mistaken. Huh?
That's right. Every time itong Rizal has been knocking on the door, and Quezon City has just had an answer every time for Rizal's runs.
And whenever Rizal needs to start a run, it is Sean Arada,
yes, and
who ignites them.
That's right. And on the other end naman, itong si Patrick Pasino has been the anchor para sa Quezon City on offense and defense.
Ferriols with the elbow 3 doesn't go. Almost got a steal there. Quezon City regains control. And yeah, newcomer here, number 44, Asi Alvarez converts. Oh, that time offline for Sean Arada, but he gets the ball back. Great anticipation. The floater too strong. And Patrick Pasinos controls it. Here's Kenji. Pulls up for a 3. Misses. But Alvarez is there to pick it up. Quicker to the loose ball. Itong 828 Junior Giants partner.
They've just shown more effort on the glass from Quezon City, and that's why they had multiple attempts at the basket.
Meanwhile, Jacob Hizon misses on that baseline jumper. And wow, off balance floater right there
Lugo.
by Lugo.
A tough shot for him, no? Taking that contact, but still being able to concentrate to finish that basket. He could have even gotten a foul there, but
Yes,
good for him that cuts their lead down to 10. Speaking of QC.
that could very well be a pound for pound and one play, no? The lead is 10 points, 49-39 is the score. Here, Sean Arada, that time nowhere to go as the canopy was wide and laid out by Patrick Pasinos.
Kaya tumira na lang tuloy ng 3-pointer. Ito si Sean Arada in the next possession, no? Huling-huli ni Patrick Pasinos.
Binuksan
great
yung
timing.
payong, partner.
Incredible timing there by Patrick Pasinos, just shutting the door in the face of Sean Arada, as we see here.
Take a look at it again. Where are you going, little man? Nowhere, that's where. Meanwhile, Gonzalez and Kenji Moral now bring the ball up for Quezon City. They're still up by 10 points. 49 seconds remaining in the third. Oh, another block. That time for Rizal switch fiber as Kenji tried to force a baseline jumper there. And the block was courtesy of Angelo Lugo.
And neither team in the penalty, so inbound lang ang bola para sa Rizal.
Partner, in the third quarter, no? The defense is there pero mapait eh. As you said, wala pang nasa penalty. Just 3 team fouls for Rizal and 2 for Quezon City. Matatapos ang third quarter natin. Meanwhile, that corner 3 was too strong. Alvarez is running for QC. Safely to Messina, and Kenji Moral will set it up. 20 seconds remaining in the third. 12 in the shot clock for QC. Kenji fakes the pass, goes in. Now passes to Alvarez, too strong. Rizal is running. The runner was that was a wayward shot as the buzzer sounds. The third quarter ends. As we take a look at this again, Patrick Pasinos really malakrakin sa loob, no, with those rebounds and putbacks.
Tatlo na yung white shirts in the paint that time, pero still, di magpapatalo si Patrick Pasinos.
And that very smooth move by Kenji Moral looking to his teammates and then just laying it up with his left. Reminds me of Mr. Alan Mangahas, no? Yung mga ganong swabing kilos, di ba?
Very unassuming, you know?
Right. Meanwhile, the score is 49-39 Quezon City. Up by 10. Magbabalik po tayo for the fourth and final quarter. As we now prepare for the fourth and final quarter, yeah, we'd like to acknowledge the presence of some basketball greats, supporting their kids, basically. Kanina na-mention na natin si Pinoy Sakuragi, Mr. Mark Pingris, supporting his son, Mick Pingris, who's playing for QC, and this time naman, Mr. John Ferriols is in the building.
Oh,
Right.
no, supporting his son naman, si Hugo Ezekiel
Ferriols,
who's
what a
playing for
name.
Rizal. Ganda ng pangalan.
Right, yeah. Social na social at medyo steampunk ang dating. Hugo Ezekiel Ferriols. Right?
I'm not sure some of our viewers would understand that steampunk reference, but
Well, Google nila.
Google is free.
Meanwhile, Sapo goes in. The runner is short. And flying in for the offensive rebound was Asay. Asay has been pretty quiet, partner, no? He played great in their last game, pero right now, parang
Not his usual numbers, no?
and the front line of Rizal Swiss Fiber is basically being overshadowed by Patrick Pasinos.
Yes, itong sila Patrick Pasino, sila Eugene Peña, they've been really holding down the fort ka nga para sa Quezon City. They've been everywhere and it's been causing some problems para sa mga big men ng Rizal.
Asay sinks the free throws, and the lead is still 10, 51-41. Patrick, oh, the power spin there by Lopez, pero good anticipation by the interior defense. And there it is, yun ang mga pagkakataon na hindi na kailangan mag-Pinoy step. Roa making sure and finishing it with the left.
Pag pumuinoy step pa yun, ewan ko na lang.
Huli yun. Kasi babagal eh. And Roa was ahead of everybody, and good decision there.
A good idea there by Kenji, but unfortunately nabasa ng defense.
Dangerous pass actually by Kenji Moral. And good anticipation by the white shirts of Rizal. As the referees
Signaling there's a wet spot on the floor.
Oh, by the way, kanina rin, mga PBA greats, talking about PBA greats. Your coach, Winnie Arboleda, was here kanina. Hindi lang natin na-mention because
Yes,
we were not in the panel.
He was supporting his son, no? Who was playing earlier. So, Coach Winnie, pasensya na, hindi ako makakapunta sa final elimination game natin later. Kailangan ko munang magtrabaho.
Coach Winnie, si Kylo, ayaw magmadali. Meanwhile, a three converted there by Rizal, and this lead is down to 5, partner. Ooh, that could have been huge, but in and out on the three-point attempt by Magat. Now here's Kenji once again, almost traveled but was able to get the ball in, and that time, saktong-sakto yung sidestep na yon from
Doon ka magsa-sidestep or
Anton
Pinoy
Lopez.
step.
That's right. Beautiful move by Anton Lopez, giving Quezon City a bit of a cushion here, but quickly erased by Sapo.
That's a timely three-pointer from Sapo, no? Cutting the lead down to 4. Still a chance for them. Game's not over. And even though QC has led for majority of this ball game, Rizal still has a chance here.
Ooh.
But not if they keep giving up offensive rebounds like that.
And that time, Kenji Moral, like I said, reminds me of Alan Mangangas.
May mga awkward
parang
na,
wala lang, nonchalant. Mas
Okay.
malaki sa kanya yung defender, pero nakuha pa rin niya yung bola. And we take a look at that last three-point shot. No, this was the last three-point shot by Rizal, courtesy of Sapo. And as we said, the lead has been cut down to 4. Now, Kenji Moral missing the free throw. And the way Kenji Moral took that offensive rebound against a taller opponent, parang hindi siya tumalon. Ang bilis lang ng tapik niya.
May gulang din eh.
Oo,
Itong
sabay-
Kenji, no? I'm sure may nagtuturo sa kanya mga tricks of the trade, how to get around defenders. And as we see on the screen.
Ang
yun
matindi
nga,
doon, poker
Coach
face.
Yes, Coach John Ferriol.
There
you can
he
see
is.
supporting his son, si Steampunk Hugo, Ezekiel Ferriol
Right.
playing for Rizal.
Of that time, a steal completed by Quezon City, and the fast break finished by Kenji. Another block from the canopy, Patrick Pasinos. And one play for Kenji, brought to you by Pound for Pound Fitness. Foul counted na naman si Kenji Moral.
And that's gotta hurt for Rizal. They already cut the lead down, and as we see here, ang ganda nga ng pasa ni Lopez doon, and good focus, good concentration on the part of Kenji to finish over the defender.
And
as
you're
I
right,
was,
no?
Yes, as I was mentioning earlier, that hurts for Rizal because the lead was down to 4. But now with this free throw of Kenji, he can bring that lead back up to double digits with only 7 minutes left in this ballgame. So yung momentum never really swings fully on the side of Rizal because every time they try to make a run, itong Quezon City shuts the door in their face.
And that's exactly what Kenji Moral did, brought the lead back up to double digits. The score is 49-59. Quezon City on top. May timeout po tayo, and we'll be back after a few short reminders. We now return to the action. The score is 59-49. A 10-point lead by QCA2A Junior Giants. Rizal Fiber was able to cut it down to as low as 4 points. Pero the last run perpetrated by Kenji Moral and Lopez has brought this lead back up to 10 for QC.
Yung transition defense ng Rizal was absent during the last few possessions, and QC took full advantage of that. And I thought that traveling was going to be called on Joshua Timbol, but the referees are saying that the foul was committed by, I think, Patrick Pasinos.
That's right. And that is such a sight to see, no, in this day and age. Big guy like Justin Timbol demanding the ball down low. However, Lopez steals the basketball, falls down, and Rizal gets it right back. Let's see if Timbol will again demand the ball at the post, but no matter.
Bank is open on
Right.
a Saturday para kay Jermaine, I think that's Jermaine Sapo, who hit a
Jermaine Sapo.
three-pointer earlier. And turnovers naman on the part of QC. Sila naman ang nagko-commit ng mga turnovers. Back-to-back baskets for Jermaine Sapo. Well, you have to watch out for this guy if you're Quezon City. You can't let him get a good look from the perimeter because he has been knocking them down in this ballgame.
Right now, it seems that it's a game of mini runs, partner. No?
Mini runs is right.
Mini runs lang, mga
5 points, 6
5 to
swings
6
lang
points,
eh.
no?
And that's not enough for Rizal kasi they need more
Right.
than that if they want to be able to catch up against Quezon City. Now for Rizal, I want to see Joshua Timbol ask for the ball again in the post.
Yes.
Kasi hindi siya nabigyan in the previous possession. Eh. So I want to see if he's going to be able to do anything against Patrick Pasinos in the post.
Meanwhile, Jacob, he's running on full steam. Oh, missing that layup. And good defense in transition by Rizal that time. The floater falls for Jermaine Sapo.
That's 7 straight points now for Jermaine Sapo, trying to carry Rizal on his back and hopefully, get the lead. Kasi 5 points na lang ulit ang Kalamangan. So tingnan natin kung will they finally be able to get over this hump or will QC continue to shut the door in their face. So, yan, kita natin sa replay natin yung mga baskets ni Jermaine.
The bank shot, top of the key, that 3 from the elbow.
And then another mid-range jumper over Patrick Pasinos of all people just in that previous possession.
Yung floater na yun, no?
Oo, yung floater. Ang ganda ng timing niya kasi muntiga na siya masupal dun ni Patrick.
That time, Kenji Morel had nowhere to go inside. So he shoots it from outside. Oh, this guy.
Yeah, that's a cold-blooded 3.
Right.
For Kenji Moral. And just as we were saying earlier, tinitingnan natin kung matutuloy na ba ng Rizal yung run nila.
Yes.
But once again, may pamatay sunog ang Quezon City. And this time, Kenji Moral hitting a 3.
And here is again running with Lopez. Oh, that was late on the pass. Pero buti na lang nakuha ng teammate niya, but missing, however, on the jumper. Messina. Now Piñas versus Pasinos. And look at Pasinos.
Good patience there
Right.
by Lawrence. Piñas. He understands that Pasinos is a shot blocker. So he tried to get him off his feet by pump faking and using his pivot here, no? Try to get Pasinos off of his off balance. And yun nga, natawagan ng foul si Patrick.
Natawagan ng foul si Patrick Pasinos, but he still got that block, no? Up top. And when I said earlier that look at Patrick Pasinos, what I meant was look how difficult he is making life for the opponents every time he is in the middle, as we see Kenji Moral knocking down that elbow three.
And even for the times that Pasinos doesn't get the block, just the intimidation factor is enough for the offensive player to miss the shot. And even though that doesn't show up on the stat sheet, that goes to show what kind of impact Patrick Pasinos brings to Quezon City.
Kanina yung last na pasa ni Kenji Moral was yung he took 2 steps before dropping the ball. Dun sa kabilang side when he did it earlier, nagreklamo na yun. Yung bench ng Rizal
up in arms
asking for a travel. Pero ginawa na naman ni Kenji Moral dito sa harapan natin. Parang nananadya eh. And he's doing all this with minimal emotion, no, on his or expression on his face. Kaya kaya nako-compare ko siya kay Alan Mangahas eh.
Poker face talaga daw si Kenji. Yes. Parang alam na niya yung mga gusto niyang gawin on the floor. He doesn't surprise himself anymore.
And look at that, quick as a katana, swishing in the air. Kenji Moral just getting that pass, plucking it from mid-air. And once again, finishing the fast break for Quezon City, 8-8 Junior Giants. So we have a timeout. Well, let's see this first. The offhand finish by Kenji Moral for QC 8-8 Junior Titans. May timeout po tayo. Magbabalik ang Junior MPBL Season 2. We now return to the action, streaming to you live from University of Perpetual Health in Las Piñas City. Yeman Cabiles, kasama si Kyle Sanchez. The score is 66-57. Back to a 9-point lead for Quezon City 8-8 Junior Giants over Rizal Switch Fiber. Basically, itong si Kenji Moral ang pamatay sunog, sabi nga ng partner ko ng Quezon City. Every time Rizal gets close, Kenji Moral does something not really spectacular, no? Pero effective.
Very basic nga lang actually yung laro nito ni Kenji Moral. Nothing fancy, no? No wasted movements, no wasted dribbles on his part.
Yes.
And he's willing to share the ball. Then he's had had a few good assists to his teammates here. And yung laro niya is very stable. Para siyang stabilizer ng team niya.
Yes.
Whenever Rizal has made a run, he's been orchestrating Quezon City's offense, making sure that they're in the right spots, and they've been able to convert because of that.
And that play by Kenji Moral is very well complemented naman nitong kanyang sentro na si Patrick Pasinos. Pero that time, scoring inside was that Ian Asay. However, Rizal scored on their last possession. And corner 3 by Lopez. Ito naman ang X-factor ng Quezon City in this fourth quarter, partner.
That's right. He's also had a few good assists kanina to Kenji Moral. And maganda yung overall performance talaga nitong Quezon City. Now for Rizal naman, Jermaine Sapo here in the fourth quarter has already had 10 points.
That's right. Jermaine Sapo continuing his hot streak. And with this last 3-point shot, the lead is down to 7. 69-62 is our score. We have another timeout brought to you by Nature Spring. Nature Spring, the official hydration partner of Junior MPBL, provider of safe and affordable drinking water to Filipinos. We are nearing the last 2 minutes of this second game. 16 under division, Quezon City, 8-8 Junior Titans versus Rizal Switch Fiber. The lead is 7 for Quezon City. And in this dying minutes of the game, partner, what should Rizal do to get back? No?
Well, yun nga, at the start of this possession, they tried getting a turnover from Quezon City. They were trapping the ball handlers of Quezon City in the backcourt. But what not a lot of people might have seen is yung patience ni Kenji Moral when he got that ball. A double team was coming, and some players usually would try to get rid of the ball as soon as they see a double coming. Pero tingnan niya muna. Pre-note niya muna yung depensa, and he saw Lopez cutting to his side and binigay niya yung bola kay Lopez, which led to this shot attempt from Patrick Pasinos.
Etong free throws Casino is credited actually to the baseline drive by Jacob Hizon, wherein he dropped the ball to Patrick Pasinos at the last second. Kaya lang, yun nga, sorry miss, that could have will be a pound for pound foul counted play, no? Kaya lang, the attempt of Patrick rolled out, and Kenji Moral eliciting an offensive foul from Rizal.
Well, in one way or another, no, in some shape or form, itong si Kenji Moral has been part of some big plays here para sa Quezon City. Even though he's not always going to be able to score the basket or make that assist, somehow he's going to be involved in that play, and that speaks of his character and the maturity niya.
Lawrence Piñas, the top scorer for Rizal Fiber Switch Fiber last game, is clearly frustrated. Dahil katapat niya dito, itong si Kenji Moral, and Kenji Moral has got the best of Piñas in this game. There he is again!
Medyo, I'm not sure kung bakit niya minadali yung tira na yun,
Presence
but it
of
went
mind!
in.
Oh!
And even on the other end, no, hustling back for that block, but unfortunately, natawagan sila ng foul.
I guess Kenji Moral was called for the over-the-back foul right there. Pero as you said, partner, no? Kenji Moral impacting every aspect of the play, of plays, no, dito sa game na to for Quezon City.
No, he seems to always be involved somehow in the play, and he's always there, even on defense, trying to hustle back and get that block.
I was actually surprised with that putback kanina. The last time I saw him, he was out in the perimeter. Bigla na lang siya yung naka-offensive rebound.
Oh, no,
and
just
putback.
sneaking in there.
Oo.
Siya pa yung nakascore.
And look at that battle between Jacob Hizon and Piñas. Yung shorts yung shorts nila is in trouble. They were holding onto each other's jerseys and shorts. So we'll see what the call is here. Oh yeah, double foul. That's a good call by our officials. Clearly, pareho yung yung effort to hold on to each other.
Oo, same idea no, na talagang gustong maggulangan
Tsaka yung kapit iba yung kapit nila pareho
May gigil
Habang sumisikip yung isa, sisikip din yung kabila
Now for Rizal, no, it's only an 8-point lead for Quezon City, so there's still time. Oh, but now, as soon as I say that, ayan na, Patrick Pasinos, is that the final nail in the coffin? We shall see.
Patrick Pasinos doing it inside and out, no? That time, great setup job by Anton Lopez, finding his center for that open three.
And Jermaine Sapo still hot from the perimeter, no? Very streaky. Yung shooting nito ni Jermaine, talagang mainit na mainit siya ngayon. But on defense, they have to get those stops with only a minute remaining.
And I saw what Kenji Moral just did again, partner, kung ano yung sinasabi mo. Nahihintay niya muna lumapit sa kanya. That time, 3 defenders before he lazily gets rid of the ball. Ang nakakainis doon, hindi na agaw.
Oo, kasi tatlo na yung lumapit sa kanya, so you would think that they would get the turnover.
Pero hindi pa rin naagaw. Meanwhile, Messina is running and up high. And at that time, partner, hindi na nila kailangan magmadali, no? As they are up by 11 points. Patrick Pasinos.
That
Making things happen, right? That's right, getting it
kinahanapan
done.
niya yung crowd. That three-pointer by Patrick Pasinos brought this lead up to 9 again. And yun nga, as we mentioned earlier, itong Rizal buong game, katok ng katok sa pintuan ng Quezon City. Pero ayaw talaga sila pagtaksan ng
right.
pintuan.
Meanwhile, Sapo scores again for Rizal. Switch fibers with that beautiful baseline drive and the offhand finish. Samantala, actually hindi offhand, wrong foot yung finish niya.
Wrong foot layup.
That's right. Samantala, Lopez will go to the line after getting fouled, bringing down the ball. As I've said, X factor itong si Lopez. He did not play much in the first half. Pero dito sa fourth quarter, talagang made an impact for his team running with Kenji Moral.
Compared to his other teammates, no, medyo under the radar itong si Lopez. Pero you can't understate yung contributions niya here in this ball game.
That three-point attempt by Piñas, still not his night. And speaking of owning the night, Sean Arada continues to be effective for Rizal. However, it might be too little too late as 18 seconds is left in this ball game with Rizal still down by 7.
And now Kenji Moral is gonna ice his ball game and add to his total para sa Quezon City.
Short on that first attempt from the free throw. As we take a look at Coach Francis Adriano of Quezon City, doing a great job as his team is on their way to their second win in the North Division dito sa Junior MPBL Season 2, and there's the frustration showing by Lawrence Piñas.
Quezon City starting off on the right foot dito sa ating Junior MPBL season, no? While Rizal naman has to go back to the drawing board. And then this is going to be their second consecutive loss. They're going to have to address some things at practice. So hopefully for them, they bounce back in their next game. And maganda rin yung pinakita ng Rizal this ball game. No? We've seen some notable players like itong sila Piñas, sila Sean Arada, and sila Jermaine Sapo. They played well, but just some mental lapses and yung breaks of the game going in QC's favor.
Meanwhile, we just saw Sean Arada comforting his teammate Lawrence Piñas, because really it has not been Piñas' afternoon. Samantala, baliktad naman para dito kay Kenji Moral, who has been nonchalantly dominant. Kung pwede ba mangyari yun, he just did it, Kenji Moral.
He does things quietly. Ano? Yan yung tipong player na pagtingin mo sa stat sheet, magugulat ka, meron na siyang 30 points. Like today, he already has 30 points. Itong si Kenji, pero just looking at it, it's a quiet 30.
Yes, making things seem effortless.
Effortless, nonchalant. Ika.
Second free throw by Kenji is in. They are up by 9. And no teammate there for Rizal. So 11.8 seconds, partner. Siguro naman alam na natin kung sino ang Don Benito's player of the game for Quezon City.
Yes, alam na natin sino who has been orchestrating things para sa Quezon City here today.
And medyo napalingon ako doon kasi parang may stoppage ng play. Baka mamaya mangyari na naman yung nangyari doon sa 18 and under.
Huwag naman sana. Kung hindi, itong 11.8 seconds natin, magiging 30 minutes na naman.
So, is somebody going to... Oh, I guess the ball swings back to Rizal, switch fiber. They are down by 9 with 11.8 to go. So, 3 possession lead for Quezon City 828 Junior Giants. I guess it's not yet over, no?
Well, we're just waiting for the final score, really. But
there you go.
Yeah, I think our officials were just reviewing kung ano talaga yung nangyari in that last play para they get the correct call and kung kanino talaga yung possession.
So, yeah, it's been ruled out that there was a deflection by a Quezon City. Oh, no. that there was no deflection.
Initially, they thought there was.
Yes, yes. So there was no deflection and the ball swings back to QC.
So hopefully QC just dribbles the ball out.
Right, kasi
and,
yung 11 seconds naging 3 minutes na. But not as bad as earlier.
So that was the day that time stood still para sa atin dito sa booth.
And there, as you wish, Kenji Morales trying to dribble the clock out, and he does. So that was a very good win for the Quezon City 8-8 Junior Giants. But not bad of an effort coming from Rizal Switch Fiber, partner. No?
A good effort from Rizal. A good overall team effort. A lot of players contributed for Rizal. Yun nga lang, they didn't get enough rebounds and they committed a lot of turnovers, and QC was able to take advantage of that. And every time Rizal made a run, QC was there to answer it.
Well, first and foremost, partner, at the very start of the game, QC dictated the tempo, and it was such a slow start for Rizal that they only scored 3 points in the first quarter. No?
It's going to be difficult every time you get into a huge deficit early in the ball game, because for the rest of the game, maghahabol ka na.
That's right. Meanwhile, Nicole Lim has just tracked down our player of the game, our Don Benito's player of the game. So we now turn you over to Nicole.
Mga kaliga, kasama nga natin ngayon ang ating player of the game na si Kenji Moral na may 31 points, 8 rebounds, and 4 assists from Quezon City Junior Giants. Kenji, sa tingin mo, anong winning techniques na ginawa ninyo in your game today?
Nag-defense po kami ng maayos. Yan yung pinapractice po namin and nilagay lang po namin. And kahit na ngayon ko lang nakasama yung mga teammates ko, pero yung IQ namin, parang matagal namin magkakasama. Yun lang.
Meron ka bang gustong batiyan na pasalamatan na nanonood sa atin ngayon?
Una-una, nagpapasalamat ako kay God. Binigay niya yung win na to. And sa mga coaches namin sa QC, and sa mga teammates ko, and shoutout sa family ko nandyan. Si papa ko at si mama ko, and sa girlfriend ko, si Angeline. And sa shoutout din po kay Tita Gan, and Tito Mark, and QQ, and Tito Mitch. And sa lola ko na sa US, and sa tita ko, si Tita Kati.
Once again, congratulations to our player of the game and of course to Quezon City Junior Giants. Pasalamatan din natin ng ating sponsor na Don Benitos for providing a sumptuous Filipino delicacy to our player of the game. Don Benitos, ang pambansang kasaba. Okay.
Shoutout din pala kay Tito Baldo and Tita Ami. Yun lang po.
Yes, that's it for this. Back to you guys.
And there you have it, our Don Benito's player of the game, none other than Kenji Moral of Quezon City 8-8 Junior Titans, 16 under. And yun nga, parang si Alan Mangahasen, pati sa shoutout, partner.
Oh.
Medyo ganun din eh. And speaking of shoutout, please allow me this short one. I'd like to say happy birthday to my father, who art in heaven actually. My papa, happy birthday. We miss you so much. So, with that, we cap off our fifth game of the day. Congratulations to Quezon City 8-8 Junior Titans 16 under for winning this one 79-70 over the Rizal Switch Fiber. So do not go away as we move on to our last game of the day. 14 under. Still Quezon City versus Rizal. Do not go away. Magbabalik po ang Manny Pacquiao's Junior MPBL Season 2.
Liga ng bayan na to, mga kabataan na sugod, Junior MPBL para sa'yo. Ang liga ng bawat batang Pilipino, liga ng bayan na to. Klaro na to, huwag kang sumuko sa gustong gawin. Isang pangarap, isang tagumpay, yeah. Gabay at pag-asa ng bayan, landas pagbabago, pag-asa, ikaw ang mahalaga. Iba't iba, pero isang halaga. Nagkakaisa, nagmamahalan, nagtutulong.